others and making hurried or whimsical decisions that compromise your values. It calls for you to keep control of your emotions and how they affect others, as well as stay committed to personal accountability. So now what happens is that these self-awareness and self-regulation very much work into motivation. So leaders know how to motivate their employees. As your teachers, teachers know how to motivate you, your lecturers. So this emotional intelligent leaders, they have that internal power to develop emotional connections to the results they seek from their efforts, harnessing them to drive them forward without being obsessive. So now self-regulation, self-awareness, motivation linked with empathy. What is this empathy? It's nothing but you as a student put yourself as a lecturer, understand what lecturer is thinking. And as I am a lecturer, I put myself as a student and understand that the perspective of a student, and that's the empathy. So it is very important for a successful leading a team or organization. Leaders with empathy actively support the career and personal growth of their team members, offer criticism without crushing the recipient, and solicit regular feedback from their employees. Such leaders are what it takes to motivate employees to perform above expectations. Now, this is a very good quality a leader must have. Once I finish these 5 qualities of 5 domains of, and I will talk to you some live example that how these 5 domains of emotional intelligent leadership can help you to grow. Social skills. It is a great communication method which comes in very handy when it comes to getting their team pumped about a new project or objective. They are emotionally intelligent enough to receive both good and bad news with the same clarity of mind, and this makes their subordinates confident enough to update them on anything. Some people come to me, hey Amiya, I have both good news and bad news. Which one you want to hear first? And I would often say, both news are good news for me. Let me hear from you the bad news. Now, why I say that I want to have bad news first? Now, in this world, there is no bad news. As Swami Vivekananda puts it, that nobody fails for anything. When you fail, you have learned. When you have a bad news, convert into positive effect, meaning somewhere, something, your decision perhaps was not correct, and you learn from that bad news so that next time you do not repeat the same action. So these are social skills we should be aware ourselves. that how we can convert our weaknesses into the strength, and the strength what you have, how you can enhance. That's the social skills. Leaders with good social skills are also great at planning, effecting, and overseeing major changes in the workplace, as well as resolving any arising disputes fairly and promptly. So, what happens when leaders are emotionally intelligent? Leaders who are emotionally intelligent, they foster safe environment where people around them, the employees, feel comfortable to take calculated risk, suggest ideas, and to voice their opinions. In such safe environments, working collaboratively is not just an objective, but it gets woven into the organizational culture as a whole. When a leader is emotionally intelligent, they can use emotions to drive the organization forward. Leaders often have the responsibility of effecting any necessary changes in the organization. And if they are aware of others' possible emotional reactions to these changes, they are able to plan and prepare the most optimal ways to make them. Furthermore, emotionally intelligent leaders don't take things personally. This is very important, and are able to forge ahead with plans without worrying about the impact on their egos. Personal vendettas between leaders and employees are one of the common hindrances to productivity in many workplaces. So you understand this, how these are social skill, humanitarian, humility, all these are important in a human behavior. What happens when a leader is not emotionally intelligent? They are stressful. The COVID-19 is a perfect test. If some people keep on telling you, oh my goodness, COVID-19, how do I survive? How do I worry? How do I handle? These are perfect human being of example of leaders who are not emotionally intelligent. And during COVID-19, the leaders, they're still smiling. They said, what can we do? So that's the differences. So leadership is a naturally stressful mandate. Leadership meaning you will have a stressful, but being responsible for the fate of hundreds or even thousands of other people can take its toll. Leaders who are low in emotional intelligence tend to unravel in stressful situations because they fail to handle their own emotions, and this might manifest as verbal attacks on others and being passive aggressive. So what happens? The leaders who are not emotionally intelligent, they will shout, they will use very abusive words towards other people. So in other words, the people who are emotionally intelligent, they are like saintly oriented people. like Swami